Alright guys, welcome back. In this video I'm going to give you a brief rundown on my upcoming personal project that we're calling the Siclone. And the reason we're calling it the Siclone is we're using 8 24-inch stereo integrity subs in here. And I've already had a lot of people tell me you're not going to fit 8 of these in this little vehicle. So that's the challenge, is making something work that people otherwise say would not work. I've been told I don't have the airspace, I can't physically package them, there's not room for 8 of them in there, and that's kind of the point of the build, is to do something that people say can't be done, and not only do it, but make it work really well. So I want to walk you guys through this, show you some things I've already done, and give you a hint as to what's coming up. Now with putting 824s in, you may think that this is just a straight SPL build, but it's not going to be just an SPL build. I'm also going to compete on the sound quality side of things with the Inmeca's Bobos competition. And I don't just want to compete, I want to be competitive on both sides of, SQ and SPL. So what I'm going to do now is show you some of the things I've already started doing and how it's going to play out as I go forward. So we open it up here, and you guys can see inside there's a layer of 3/4 inch birch ply up here. And what I've done, you guys can see the piece of second skin here. I went ahead, applied second skin there, and you should be able to see there's Loctite's PL Max adhesive. I ran that adhesive at all of these roof braces where they come in contact with the roof skin and where they don't, to put some rigidity in there. These areas were injected with Loctite's spray foam, so that is more solid and rigid than it was. But this area right here up front, I went ahead, tons of Loctite PL Max up there on top, and I wedged everything in. So that set up for a day. I took the wedges out and that roof is now solid. I can come up here, you guys can hear the ringing there. I'll come up here up front and that's pretty solid. The ringing you do here is just where it's transferring back. So it's like a door hitting on a solid piece. You can hear the ringing there. So because of the pressures I'm going to be generating with the 824s in here, I wanted to add that plywood up top and increase the structural rigidity of the vehicle. I didn't want to rip sheet metal. I know that's a possibility with the SPL vehicles, and that's something I want to avoid. So I'm going to use SPL build techniques for the portions of it where that it needs the rigidity and strength built into it. But you guys saw my sound deadening videos where I used second skin in the Audi and how people talked about how creepy quiet it was, and Nick said it's like driving a studio. It's going to be the same thing in this, and you guys, it's going to be a bit of a different process, a bit different as far as application and the thought process of how some of the things are being applied and utilized, but I think you'll get something out of it. So now that you guys know I'm going to be running 824s, the consideration on the front side is what speakers to run, and right now to keep up with the 824s I'm leaning towards stuff like this, the Stevens Comp Neo mini horns. And in conjunction with the Stevens horns, I have these guys here, the Stevens MB8s I can run, or I have the Bema Pro 10 WNDs. Now I want to run something like that pro audio style gear so that it will keep up with the output of the 24s. But with everything being stereo integrity in the back, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I just run the pro audio stuff when I do SPL demos, and I run, say, stereo integrity stuff for SQ. So what do you guys think? Which way would you go? Now another thing I'm considering is, since the 824s are going to be built all the way up to this B-pillar, should I keep it with rear doors, knowing that there's going to be nothing of use behind those doors or behind that window, or should I do this and make it a 2-door van? I'm kind of leaning towards the 2-door van thing because it's cool. I mean, a 2-door microvan, but it's a lot more work, means paint, What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you.